Rock and Roll Trucker.
This is the Rock and Roll Trucker. We're knocking out miles, we're eating good, we're rocking and rolling and having a good time. Come along for a ride. Let's see where we can go today.
Good morning. It's Tuesday, about 10:15. I made it over here to Coca-Cola. I got here on time, but as I feared, it doesn't matter. I got here and there's 3 trucks waiting. All the docks were full. They just pulled in one of the trucks that was waiting. He had a thing in his window that showed he had an 8 o'clock appointment, so it's 10:15 now, so hopefully they step this game up because I can't afford to sit around here for a couple hours. I've got too tight of a day today, and I need to get in and get out of here. Really bugs me the way you get taxed for, they get all over you when you're late to a place, but then you show up on time and get stuck in line to wait. This one, I don't run into it a lot at Coca-Cola, but it seems like at least 50% of the time, about once every other time here at this Savannah Coca-Cola place, it ends up being the case. And it's weird because I can see on the dock over there's a lot of people on the dock working. Well, there's a lot of people on the dock. You know what I mean? Yeah. Just bugs me. I got here 15 minutes early, 10 minutes early for my 10 o'clock appointment, and sitting over here off to the side, waiting in line. Yeah. So that's how Tuesday's starting off. It never fails, this kind of stuff, this kind of clock eating stuff happens on days when I can't afford to have my clock eat up too. It's really frustrating, but it be what it be. At least the weather's nice out here. It's 50, 55 degrees out here. I can't see a cloud in the sky right now. Here in a little bit, once we get back out on the road and I get some driving footage going, you'll see beautiful blue sky. I kind of like it over here in Savannah. I'd like to come visit more. I don't get to see a lot of the good part of Savannah here on these runs, but I don't mind coming over here. And I've been over here before. Didn't do much poking around in Savannah, I don't guess. We went to Aaron and I just took a spur of the moment, overnighter trip to Tybee Island a year or 2 back, and that was a really good time. And we'd like to come over here and poke around Savannah some more. Really kind of feel it out. Go poke around Tybee Island some more and all, but that's where we're at for right now. We're just in a state of waiting right now, so I'm going to get off here and do my waiting and cross my fingers and hope that they get these other trucks off this dock quick so I can get in there and get this 45,000 pound load off of my freaking trailer. I'm over it. I want it gone. But I'm going to go for now. I'll catch back up with you guys when we get over there and do our drop and hook at Red Bull. See you in a little while. Howdy! It is still Tuesday. We had a lot of people take up a lot of our time. That Coca-Cola load finally got in the door, and it still took a while. We ended up being there at Coca-Cola for a little over 2 hours. Didn't expect that. And then we got over to my other customer over there at the Red Bull, and they had a line backed out all the way down the little street there in the industrial park, just trucks on top of trucks. And the security officer was going very slow. Truckers not doing anything in a timely manner, and their check-in process is kind of a little over the top anyway. I guess they consider those loads to be high value, I suppose, so they're very particular about the check-in. Like they everything down to taking your thumbprint. I'm not even joking. They take your ID and your thumbprint. You got to sign a billion things and blah blah blah, this and that. And they were not doing it in a hurry today. So between the drop-off and the pickup, we lost nearly 3 hours of our day today, which I really was hoping to not run into something like that because we've got so far to go over to Mobile, Alabama. But we're on the way. We finally got out of there, got over to the Loves. Excuse me, guys. Excuse me. Got over to the Loves not too far down the road there, and Catskilled the load. We had it set pretty decent there. We weren't overweight on any of our axles there, so we just left that be. Splashed some fuel in, ran in and got me some fuel in the form of a Arby's classic double and some curly fries and a Coke Zero because I gotta watch my girlish figure, And We're on I-16. We're going to go to exit 27 and jump off and take the route back across to Alabama that we brought in yesterday. Time-wise, it may take a little longer than going down I-10, 95 down the I-10 and everything. But this particular route is not too bad, and it eliminates a handful of scales and the Florida agricultural check stations, and I won't have to deal with Jacksonville afternoon traffic and all. So that one, it's also a good handful of little extra miles to go that way. It's probably more efficient to go that way, but there's some hassles that I just don't feel like dealing with that I can avoid by going this way. Even if it takes a few extra minutes, it'll be a few shorter miles, a couple of red lights. This is not really all that bad of a route. It's a lot of it's, good steady moving highway for most of the way. There's some segments in the towns there where it's, a little bit of stop and go, but overall not bad. We'll ride that all the way back over to, we'll ride 16 over here to the back highways, and then we pop back out on, we pop back out on 20 or 85, I think. 85. I can't remember, one of those two. And we'll ride that into Montgomery, jump on 65 and ride that due south down into Mobile, Alabama there. Good old Mobile. We supposedly have a 4 a.m. appointment. I've never delivered that early to this place. I think their receiving hours start at 4 a.m. Curious to see if they get me in there in a timely fashion, and I'm really hoping they do if I'm going to bother to get up that early. I got to figure out what I'm going to do about parking, because there's really not any place over there. I'm going to see if I can find some place outside their gate where they won't bitch and moan about it. I don't know. We'll find out. But yeah, we're going to be up really early. And I got to holler back at the office here in a bit and see if they've got it figured out what I'm doing after that load tomorrow. I haven't got any updated load offers yet, and I would like to know, because if I'm delivering at 4 a.m., that's substantially, even with it being Central Time and office being in Eastern Time, it's still substantially before they get in the office. And if they end up unloading me quick, I don't want to have to sit there and wait on another load. I want to be able to throw it in gear, take off, move on to the next thing. Yeah. So I'm going to drive along, send them a message, see if there's any plans for that, and catch back up with y'all in the state of Alabama, most likely. So y'all sit tight. No, you don't gotta sit tight. You go live your life. Go get you something to eat. Go watch a TV show. Go take a nap. Go to bed. Whatever you gotta do. I'm not gonna interrupt you. But I, personally, I'll be back on here shortly. See y'all then. See you in a bit. Howdy. Said I'd be hollering back when I was in the state of Alabama, but it's starting to get dark. I forgot how slow this route can be when there's traffic out with all the red lights you got to pass through in some of these little towns. So I'm running a little slower than I would like to. I'm going to be getting where I need to get tonight way later than I wanted to. Mostly on account of those 3 hours I lost trying to get loaded and unloaded and everything today. Truck drivers can't buy a win. And so I'm going to get to where I'm going and have to lay my head down to sleep for three and a half hours, 4 hours if I'm lucky. And maybe I'll get a couple more than that. Yeah, I'll get a few more than that. But yeah, I'll do a little better than that. But still, I'm not going to get all that much sleep because it's 4 a.m. Central Time appointment in the morning. I don't know what's up with that. I've never had one deliver that early at this place over here, but we'll do what we got to do. But figured I'd hop back on here and give y'all a little narration for a bit before it gets dark. Yeah, just rolling on the backwoods in Georgia here on State Highway. Gorgeous out here. Gorgeous. We're passing I believe that's a pecan grove there to my left. I don't think the camera's picking it up very good, but it's gorgeous, just beautiful. And the sun is setting right there behind all those trees, and it's just beautiful to look at. Oh, it's the same trees on the right. Y'all can see that over here. Yeah, pecan groves. So there's that business there. What is that? Calvary Chapel Heartland. That's the sunset going down right now. About 50, 55 degrees still right now, so it's cool but not cold. Gorgeous sky, gorgeous sunset, gorgeous country. The route's a little slow, but you can't beat it for scenery. You really can't. Really can't. We're just rolling along. We got a long way to go, and at this point we're unfortunately going to be forced to do our 30-minute break, which is not ideal. That's really going to put us even more in a bind. But that's the kind of stuff you end up with, where with customer, receivers and shippers that don't really fully have any respect for drivers' times. They don't understand how detrimental it can be to the rest of a driver's day or week. Like, we have other things we've got to go get to. When you're scheduled tight and heavy, like I was for today, 2-3 hours is a huge deal. It really makes a difference. But we're going to get it done regardless. We got a long way to go, but we always find some way to get it done. So we'll figure it out this time too. My head is really not in it this evening. I'm really would have liked to have been a lot closer to get, a couple hours closer to settling in for the evening and doing some chores and chilling out, but that is not to be the case this time. It seems to be the case for a lot of my days. What can you do other than to just do it, right? Not much. You really can't do much other than just do it. Oh man, so how has y'all's day been? How was your weekend? I know it's Tuesday now, but I didn't really ask y'all on today's video, on the video that went up today. I didn't really ask y'all about how y'all's weekend was. I told you a little bit about mine. What kind of plans do you all have coming up for Christmas? Are you celebrating on your own? You traveling? You got family coming in? You going to family? Do you even bother with the holidays? Do anything good for New Year's? Talk to me and tell me what you got going on. I'm always interested in what everybody else is doing too. So, in those comments, hash it out with me. Talk to me. Tell me all about you too. This isn't just all about me. Make a community out of this. Talk to me and tell me about you. As for me, I'm going to enjoy this scenery while the sun's still up a little bit, and I'm going to do some more driving. Get us a little closer to where we're going. It's going to get dark, so it'll probably be tonight once I'm stopped before I finish this out. So I'll be back to say goodnight to all of you and give y'all a little musical recommendation for the day. And until then, I'll do what you got to do, and I'll be back in a bit. To you guys, it'll be in a snap. For me, it'll be hours. But for you guys, it'll be nearly instantaneous. I'll see you then. Hang out. Go do what you do. Look at that sunset, y'all. This camera, I don't even think can do it justice. It is. Let's see if this. Man, that's just absolutely gorgeous. The camera's not even picking up just how much glowing pink and orange there is in that. Absolutely stunning sky this evening. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I couldn't keep that to myself, y'all. Even if the camera's not doing it justice, I couldn't not show that to everybody there. Just beautiful. Just beautiful. There we are. Zoomed in a little bit. Let's get turned around this turn here. I don't know if that'll still do it justice. Wow-wee! It looks like, man, that camera's not even coming close to picking up what's happening there. That is just spectacular. It's like the sky is on fire over there. Beautiful, yo. Beautiful, beautiful. Everybody, I wish you could see that in person. If you're not over here in this part of the country here, we're over here in Georgia, and man, that is spectacular. What a sky. See if we can get some more of it there. These trees are messing up the coverage there. If it didn't that is just nature doing the best of its things right there. Let's see if we can get around this little patch of trees here and see if it picks back up in the camera frame there. There we go. Look at that. The camera's still, I mean, you have to be here in person to really get the full effect of that. It is absolutely amazing. Then off it's starting to fade off to the right hand side there, off into blues and purples and grays. That was a spectacular sunset right there. I'm glad I could see that one. Well, we did it. We made it to our receiving location in Mobile. It took way longer than I wanted it to take. So we lost all that time earlier this afternoon from my delivery and my pickup and everything, and then ended up having to take a 30-minute break when I stopped the fuel, and load's heavy. We took the back route and everything, so we're here a lot later than we wanted to be, like significantly later than we wanted to be. We wanted to be here like hours and hours ago, but I digress. We did not. Here we are. We made it. We're supposed to have a 4 a.m. appointment. There's already, I was surprised, there was already another truck here. So, might be busy here in the morning. I don't know. I've never had to come here this early in the morning. I'm going to have to get in there, and while they're unloading, take me another little nap, and let's park to the side somewhere when I get done here and finish out my break, because my break is not going to be done when I get unloading. Then I'm going to go do a much larger deadhead than I want to do back up to Andalusia, Alabama to pick one up, going to I think I'm going to Columbia, South Carolina. Not real crazy about the trip. It's going to be a heavy one, and it really don't pay all that great, but I don't have a lot of other choices, and it's only midweek, and I've still got to make some money. The money will be at a profit. It won't be a loss running the load, but not as much profit as I'd like to have, especially after that deadhead. And I got a sneaking suspicion they might try and deadhead me from there to Savannah. So I got a potential large deadhead 2 consecutive days in a row coming up. Not real happy about that, but we'll do what we got to do. Things are tight around the holidays for money in my pocket, everybody's pocket, and stuff starts getting tight, you know, with freight once you get past a certain point, and then everybody starts closing up for this, you know, for the holidays and everything like that. So we gotta make what we can while we can, I suppose. We're here, about to dive pretty quick off into catching some sleep here, because I don't have a lot of time. I'm in Central Time Zone, so I got a little bit back, but not enough, because I'm going to get up about 3:45, 10 minutes till 4, you know, to make sure I get checked in and get in over at this place and figure out what's going on. But yeah, not looking forward to tomorrow. It's going to be another very, very full day tomorrow, but we'll do what we got to do. I'll throw a musical recommendation at you. I listened to a lot of podcasts today, but I did cram one full album in today, and it's one of my favorites from one of my favorite old bands. I jammed some Queensryche today. Yes, original lineup. Jeff Tate on vocals, Chris DeGarmo still in the band. Was it Scott Rockenfeld? Yeah, I think that's his name on drums still. Michael Wilton on guitar, and good Lord, the bass player's name is escaping me right now. I know it any other time. But yeah, it was the original lineup. One of the albums that really put them on the map. It was a big album for them. I believe it was 1990, but the album Empire. Ridiculously great album from start to finish. Right out of the gate, from starting out with Best I Can all the way through the bitter end to the bitter end of the album. You know, you had massive hit song Silent Lucidity hiding in there. You've got one of my personal favorite songs of all time, Jet City Woman, in there, and those are just the hits. There's some absolute gems on that album. Great record. great production, great writing, great musicianship, great vocals. Everything's great on that record. So yes, Queensryche, Empire. If it's been a long time since you listened to that, get it back in your ears. And if you've never listened to it, now's a chance to improve your life. Pull that record up, listen to it. And with that said, I'm going to call it quits. I got to edit this video up real quick, put it out to you guys, and I got to go to bed. So, whatever time it is, wherever you're at when you're watching this, have a good night, good morning, good afternoon, whatever it may be. Spread goodwill and good energy to all your people around you, and try and make this world a little bit more of a positive place anytime you can. And until next time, y'all be good. I'll see you on the next ride. Bye-bye.